Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. West Ham join Everton in race to sign Amad Diallo on loan next season. West Ham United have joined Everton in the race to sign Manchester United winger Ahmad Diallo on a season-long loan deal, according to the Northern Echo. The Ivory Coast international spent the 2022-23 season on loan with Sunderland. He had a slow start to the campaign, but finished on a high with 14 goals and 4 assists from 43 appearances. The Black Cats are open to re-signing him for another year, but the Northern Echo claim that they have been handed a major setback with the increasing interest from Premier League clubs. Everton and Burnley are looking to secure a temporary deal for the talented attacker, and they have now been joined by the Hammers, who could be playing European football next term. United are currently looking for another left winger in the transfer market, and this could have a direct impact on Diallo's chances of breaking into the first team squad next season. Jadon Sancho has predominantly played from the left flank for United, but the Englishman could compete with Antony for the right wing role. Suppose United managed to sign a left winger. In that case, Diallo could be loaned out to gain experience. United boss Erik Ten Hag may prefer his temporary exit over keeping him as the third choice option on the right wing. Everton and the newly promoted Burnley are in the mix to land him, but we would personally prefer Diallo moving to the Hammers, who are better equipped to avoid a relegation battle. The East London outfit had a difficult Premier League campaign, but they are into the Europa Conference League final. A victory would ensure their berth in the Europa League group stage. Irrespective of the result, David Moyes' side should fancy their chances of loaning the youngster. Fred plans Erik Ten Hag talks, hints at Manchester United departure this summer. Manchester United midfielder Fred has admitted that he plans to discuss his future with Erik Ten Hag before the start of next season. Fred faces an uncertain future at the club as his current deal expires in June 2024. After the FA Cup final defeat to Manchester City, he hinted he could leave the club in this summer's transfer window. He said via The Guardian, "I still don't know. I have to talk with my family. I still have 1 year left in my contract here. Now it's holiday time and a good opportunity to rest. I will talk to my staff, to the club, and see what everyone's decision is. I have to talk with Ten Hag as well. He is the manager, and the conversation has to involve everyone. We have to see how next season will plan out. I want to be important. I want to help the team, so we'll see. But I have always been and still happy at Manchester United." Fred has made 56 appearances for United this season, but 33 of them have come from the bench. Ten Hag started him against Manchester City with the hopes that he could keep Kevin De Bruyne quiet. However, the Brazilian delivered a dismal performance, which saw United missing out on the silverware. Fred was signed from Shakhtar Donetsk for €59 million in 2018. Since then, he has blown hot and cold, and this is the right time for United to cash in on him. The Red Devils are looking to sign Mason Mount, who will compete for the same number 8 spot Fred has occupied at times. United need a midfielder who can be more consistent with his performances. Fred is not one of them. He has been a useful engine room, but lacks quality with the ball at his feet. Ten Hag wants his team to play possession-based football. They can find better midfielders in the transfer window who can offer much more than Fred brings to the table. Erik Ten Hag would like to keep Mason Greenwood at Old Trafford next season. As per Football Transfers, Ten Hag would prefer if Greenwood is kept on board and not sold, as he considers the youngster to be a perfect fit for his system. The report reads, Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag would like Mason Greenwood to stay at Old Trafford next season, according to sources close to the club. Ten Hag appreciates the footballing qualities of the 21-year-old and believes he should be kept at Old Trafford on this basis. The former Ajax boss faces opposition from several board members who believe Greenwood should not play for Man United again. The report also mentioned that the club are expected to focus on the Greenwood issue Now that the season is over and a final decision might be taken only after new owners are named, as they might have a major say in the final call. Man United keeping tabs on Declan Rice's situation, but Ten Hag's priorities lies elsewhere. Manchester United are keeping tabs on West Ham United midfielder Declan Rice, but are unlikely to enter the bidding battle with Arsenal, the Athletic report. The England international is one of the best holding midfielders in the Premier League, and he is likely to pursue a bigger challenge in the next transfer window. Arsenal have already been linked with the £100 million rated star, and the Athletic now reveal that United are also monitoring his situation ahead of the summer. However, the club are not planning a formal approach due to the price tag and Tanhaag's priorities lying elsewhere. The manager is eyeing a marquee striker and a creative midfielder. Tanhaag is looking to sign two players prior to pre-season. Chelsea's Mason Mount is one of them. The Red Devils have underlying concerns in the defensive midfield department after the 21-22 season, but they managed to find the perfect solution in Casemiro. The Brazilian has been a brilliant acquisition from Real Madrid. He has put in several standout defensive performances while contributing key goals and assists. His position is now secure in the number 6 role, and in our view, the club may not pursue another holding midfielder unless Scott McTominay leaves soon. Even in that case, Rice may not be considered by United. The England star would be a tremendous signing, but he would want the assurance of a starting role. Rice has the potential to play in the number 8 position, but Mount is the number 1 target for the manager, and United must give priority to the request. Man United handed a blow as Real Madrid enter race to sign Harry Kane. Manchester United have been handed a blow with Real Madrid entering the race to sign Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane. The Red Devils are expected to sign a marquee centre forward, and Kane is the priority target for manager Erik Ten Hag this summer. United are yet to make a formal bid, but they have suffered a setback with Los Blancos entering the pursuit of the England international. According to Daily Mail, the La Liga giants have their sights on landing Kane as they seek to find a replacement for the departing Karim Benzema. Spurs currently value their prized asset at £100 million, but it's claimed that Madrid could have leverage to lower the transfer fee for him. The North London Giants are reluctant to lose Kane to another English club, and Madrid's interest could be a welcoming sight for Spurs. Kane was in phenomenal form for Spurs in the recent campaign. He netted 32 goals in all competitions, with 30 of those coming in the Premier League. Despite his performances, Spurs finished a lowly 8th in the table. Kane has yet to win any form of silverware, and he could contemplate an exit. Madrid are a lucrative destination for any player, but Kane could resist the transfer as he is close to breaking the all-time Premier League scoring record. He is currently on 213 goals and only 47 away from Alan Shearer's feet. Kane could easily break the long-standing record in 1.5 seasons. Hence, he could decline a switch to the Bernabeu, but United could still miss out on his signature. Spurs seem determined to keep him for the final year of his contract, then selling him to a direct rival. In such a case, United may have to wait until next summer to land Kane on a free transfer. Victor Osimhen leaves door open for Napoli exit amid Manchester United transfer interest. Victor Osimhen has said that Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis will decide his fate this summer amid interest from Manchester United. The Nigeria international was quizzed about his future after he helped his side beat Sampdoria. He told the AZN via Manchester Evening News, "I don't know. The president has to decide that. I love the people of Napoli. They have shown me so much love. For me, I don't mind. The president decides, and I will just go with the flow. It's an amazing feeling for me. I won the Scudetto, which is the most important thing in my career so far. I am grateful to God for this season, for my teammates, my family, for the Napoli fans, and they deserve all of this." With 26 goals in the league this campaign, Osimhen won the Serie A Top Scorer award. Napoli have had a stunning season, securing their first Scudetto in 33 years. The chief architect behind their success, Luciano Spalletti, has already announced that he is leaving the club. Osimhen has played a fundamental role in helping Napoli win their first league title in over 3 decades. Corriere dello Sport recently claimed that Napoli want an eye-watering 150 million euros for their most prized asset. Aurelio De Laurentiis is a notorious tough negotiator who won't let Osimhen leave at a discount. Man United are hunting for an elite striker this summer, and Osimhen would perfectly fit their bill. The 24-year-old is one of the most potent strikers in world football and could have a similar impact as Erling Haaland. He is physically strong, a threat in the air, and possesses a quick burst of speed. He is an athletic and modern center forward who likes to run in channels and is a clinical finisher. Kim Min-jae will go to Man United, ready to trigger his release clause in first 2 weeks of July. Napoli defender Kim Min-jae is expected to join Manchester United in the upcoming transfer window, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils are likely to part ways with Harry Maguire in the coming weeks, and Min-jae is reportedly the top target to replace the England international. The South Korean has been fantastic in his debut season at Napoli, but could leave them soon. The 26-year-old has a foreign release clause worth 60 million euros in his contract, and Corriere dello Sport claim that he will go to Manchester United this summer. The Red Devils will trigger his termination clause in the first 2 weeks of July. The centre-back has been on United's radar since his time in the Chinese Super League. Back then, the club were hesitant to sign him, but are now prepared to land his signature. Min-jae would be a splendid signing for the Red Devils, considering he has no weaknesses. This season, he has completed 73 passes per game with an accuracy of 91%. He has won 1.6 tackles, 3.5 clearances, and 4.6 duels per outing. The South Korean has a strong physical presence and has won an impressive 63% of his aerial challenges. In our view, Min-jae may only join United if he has the assurance of regular game time. We could see him rotated regularly with Rafael Varane for the right centre-back role next term. This could be a good thing for Varane, who has suffered plenty of injuries with consistent workload. The Frenchman needs to be handled with caution to avoid future setbacks. Man United could complete Mason Mount deal by the end of the week. Manchester United target Mason Mount is edging closer to leave Chelsea, with a possible transfer happening at the end of next week. The People's Person has been following the latest transfer speculation, with reports stating that talks between the two clubs are underway. After agreeing personal terms earlier in the week, it became clear that this could move fast after the FA Cup final. This appears to be the case, with Erik Ten Hag getting straight to work on trying to secure some world-class transfers this summer. According to Football Insider, sources claim Mount has told Chelsea he wants to join Manchester United. The outlet also says the insiders expect the deal to be sealed by the end of the week. It will mark the first signing of the summer after the club managed to qualify for the Champions League towards the end of the Premier League season. The outlet states that Chelsea initially wanted £80 million to let Mount go, but are willing to accept a deal at around £70 million. United don't want to pay more than £50 to £60 million, with a potential transfer still far away from being agreed. However, with Mount having 1 year left on his current deal, Chelsea are not in a strong bargaining position. Mount has already rejected 3 contract offers from the London club and has now made his feelings clear about being allowed to leave. The outlet says that Mount's struggles to agree an extension at his current club has stemmed from his desire to be on par with the top earners in the side, including his England teammate Reece James. Joining the Red Devils will lead to a massive bump in salary, according to Football Insider. He currently earns £80,000 per week at Chelsea, but will be paid around £200,000 per week at Old Trafford, it's claimed. It clearly will be a big step up for the 24-year-old who wants to reboot his career after a difficult season in the Premier League. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.